Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to be going out and working underneath that car to try and fix that exhaust pipe. What shirt should I wear? Let me see here. Yeah, that looks like a good one. I'll wear that. Okay, so here's the new muffler. And there's a join here. I just found the bolts to put that together. It doesn't come with that. And then there's this intermediate pipe. It goes up to the resonator. And this is where we're going to join in here. The pipe just in front of the resonator is going to get cut off, so it fits inside of there. And yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is go under there. I'll take you with me, and we'll cut that pipe off. Okay. Okay, so here's your catalytic converter. That little pipe in between, and this is the resonator here and the hanger. So this is going to get cut off in here. I just got to figure out where. Okay, so on the new pipe, from the hanger forward, it's 2 inches longer than the hanger. Okay, so we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it right in front of the hanger here, so that it sits inside that far. Okay, there it is. Take this cross member out, those bolts there. Drop that out, take it out of the hangers. Okay. Okay. Okay, there's the old and new. Hard to see. That's it there. Comes to that connection. Alright, so I'm going to separate these bolts here because that was just put together temporary to put it in, because that's got to go up over the rear suspension. But we'll put it together once it's in there. Okay, so I got that intermediate pipe sitting loosely in the brackets, and you can see the overlap there. Okay, see? So when that goes inside, it'll be right down to the bottom. You can see it already hangs about an inch this side of this strut, so we can figure from there. I could put a mark on the, I could have put a mark on that other pipe where it is. And I brought a marker in here, and you think I can find it? Before I do anything up there, I'm going to hang the muffler back here. I'll show you here. There's, so that slips on the pipe there, and then there's one hanger. And then here there's another hanger. And then there's this connection. A connection right there. And the muffler is going to go right in here. There's the muffler. There's a hanger in there. There's one there, the one there. So there's three already on the muffler. And now we're going to make this connection here. There's like a donut gasket and the bolts that I selected. So I'll get those. Okay, so there's this little donut gasket that goes, sits on that little boss there on that pipe. So I've already dry fit it outside. So yeah, it sits on there, and then there's a cone in here that accepts it. Okay, so here's that intermediate pipe, and I was having trouble because the pipe that came off the catalytic converter was this size. But the inside of this pipe is 2 1/4, and the outside of the pipe that I cut off on the catalytic converter was 2 1/8. And when it was put inside of there, it was too loose to put a clamp on. I had a clamp, you can see where I had the clamp on there the other day, and as tight as I got it, it wouldn't seal. So I went to the parts store, and with some higher math, which involved taking about 15 of these and trying them back and forth and back and forth, I ended up with 2 of these adapters. Now both of those will fit inside that pipe coming out of the catalytic converter. Okay, I've already tried that. This will fit inside the pipe. It would have been better, I guess, if it had fit over the pipe. If I had found one that went this way and then inside of there, but I couldn't. So I got 2 options. I got one that fits inside of here, if I could get it in there, and then this other pipe will come down over this. I'll clamp them both. That's the way I'm going to go, because I've just driven this into here. The other option was same thing into that pipe, and then it would have been over this one. And the flow of exhaust is this way, okay? So like I say, it would have been better if I'd have had a one that I could have put the pipe inside of, but that's the limited amount of fittings that they had. So this should work. That's in there the same depth, you know, it's in there like almost 2 inches, right? So I'm just cleaning it up here a little bit. I had to tap it in with a hammer. It's quite tight. And I got to clean up the pipe, and then I've got to size where I've got to cut it off. I think right now it's the pipe is measured so it terminates here, so I got to cut probably 2 inches off the other pipe. I want to make sure I don't cut it too short though, because it's got to be, this has got to go up on it. So okay, I'll let you know once I get that in there. But that, other than that, everything went together well, and it was just this connection here. Now a lot of times in the shop they'll weld that, they'll have a little piece and they'll weld it in, right? And I just don't trust my welding skills on to do that. So, but that may happen. You know, never say never. I might have to weld it if this doesn't work. But okay, so that's the plan. Disconnected that. So I had disconnected that joint. So I just put a bolt in it to hold it pretty much in place, and I set the pipe in the hanger there, and I put it in the hanger here. And now I can see where the catalytic converter pipe, I can see how much needs to be cut off so it'll fit. Okay, so I got a mark on there. I think that's going to be pretty good right there. I like to wear a full face respirator when I go cutting like that under a car, because it protects your whole face, plus you get the respiratory protection from the smoke and whatever. A set of earmuffs, of course. And I got a cutoff disc in my grinder. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, now I got to clean that up with a file. I just got a round file here, a chainsaw file actually. So I'm going to clean up the inside of that hole, dress it up. Dress up the edge of this, and get ready to slide that together. Okay, so I got it started in there. What I did was I sprayed it with some penetrating fluid, a little bit of lubricant because it's pretty snug, and then I'm just tapping it here. That's pretty good. All right, now I have a 2-inch clamp for here, and I have a 2 1/4 inch clamp for here, and that'll be it. If that's as much as I can do with it. I don't know what else I can do if those clamps don't work. It's a pretty snug fit. It should. Over a little bit maybe. That one about midway, I think, right there. Do or die, tighten those down. Oh, you know what I should do before I tighten it? Make sure it's hanging. Maybe I should hook that up first back there, that other connector. case it has to twist a little bit to fit properly. Okay, so I just put the donut gasket in this connection, tighten it down. I had to use a few washers because my bolts were a little long, but it's nice and snug. And let's see here now. I've got so the whole exhaust system is hanging correctly in all the hangers, you can see, and all that remains is to tighten these two clamps, and everything relies on those not leaking. Okay, I got them snug. Let's hope that works. I mean, like I said earlier, you can see that little adapter's just a little bit showing there now because part of it's inside of this one. It would have been better if I could have found one that went on the outside of this one, because that way, you know, the exhaust flow is coming this way out of the engine, and it would have gone inside the pipe and then inside that pipe. But that's all I had, and that should still work if it's tight enough. It went in there quite snug, right? Both of them I had to tap both of those into the pipes with a hammer. So let's hope. I had tried this a couple of different ways the other day. I had like a wide band clamp I tried to straddle the seam with, and I just couldn't get it. I had it tight, but it leaked out the side. And then I tried, what did I try? Oh, I tried a little piece of metal. I'll show you the pictures here. I took a piece of sheet metal and I stuck it inside of here, cut it, you know, in a circle, and then I put that on there, and I clamped it down, and it still leaked. It wasn't tight enough. So it's got to be tight. One thing that I can see here now, though, is if this doesn't stop the leak, I should be able to weld on that seam. I could probably weld in there, because that's the joint between the two pipes, right? So if this doesn't work, we're going to be welding. No leaks. No leak there either. It's good. If it's leaking, you can usually feel little puffs of air coming out. No leak. Wow. Okay. That was a long, hard battle to get that. Okay, so there's the muffler. Oh, hung in there, nice and neat and tidy in the hangers. And yeah, it's a Walker aftermarket muffler and intermediate pipe. And one thing to note is if you order aftermarket exhaust components, make sure that the hangers are in the same spot as the originals, because sometimes, I don't know, for whatever reason, different makes and models, even in the same brand, even for that car, like sometimes they'll have them, I've had it, you know, where I thought it was getting the right pipe, but the hangers were in the wrong spot, and that makes it really problematic, because then you got to start fitting it. Make sure you get all the hangers in the right spot and the connectors in the right spot, and because yeah, there's a lot of guys out there making parts, but I ordered one for another Mazda 5 one time, and I got the pipes in, and somehow the intermediate pipe didn't have the right hangers on it at all. So there must be a couple of different configurations, but that's the only caution I have with that. Okay, so I got in there and I got that fixed, and remember I put that white t-shirt on this morning? Let's see how dirty I got. What do you think of that? I don't think white was the color to wear today. Anyway, that's how that was done. Thanks for watching. Comments down below, and we'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.